Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Prospero Plays. This afternoon, I will be trying a brand new, shiny indie game. It's been described as a city-building survival game. The premise is a group of settlers has been banished from wherever they're from and has come across a brand new place. In this new place, they have to build a city, build lives, and survive. So I'm excited. I have never played this before. So this is literally my first try on this game. I'm just gonna unmute the mic real quick to make sure I can be heard. This is a group of settlers. Yes, thank you, Jeremiah. Group of settlers. Yes, I can be heard. You can hear the fancy background music. However, it is being a little... Oh, I know what I can do. I can do that. Now I should be able to mess with this stuff without bothering the actual game. Excellent. Alright. Alright, who's ready to play Banished? So, let's do a new game. Well, actually, hold on. Is there like a tutorial. That's a good idea. Getting started. This is a very pretty looking game. I mean, just looking at it. This game was made by one person. It's an indie game made by exactly one person. Not even like a team. It's an indie game made by one guy. Alright, welcome to Banished. In this game, you control a group of exiled travelers who decide to restart their lives in a new land. You have to help them survive. Anytime during this tutorial, you can access the options menu by pressing the door or escape. In the options menu, you can save and load your progress, change settings, exit the game. First, give a moving camera around the landscape. Look at the water details. Nice little streams here. Break off from the hills. The streams get really thin. There's a lake and a river. Very nice. My group of survivors. You can rotate. Aha! Look, some deer. Some nice deer. You can zoom by hitting insert and delete. Oh, you just press it, you don't hold it. Or scrolling the mouse wheel, which makes a lot more sense. You can change the pitch by using page up and page down. Oh. I'll do this for now, because it seems prettier. All the keyboard are configurable and modifiable. Time to start playing. People you control need 3 things to survive: shelter, food, and a way to keep warm in the winter. You might notice that people have this icon floating above their heads. Means they don't have a place to live. You don't say. House? Wooden house. Put it there. Use the mouse, move the house highlight area, and press the left mouse button. Place the building will leave a footprint where it will be built to get the townsfolk to start construction. You have to collect wood structure and stone for the foundation. Cut down trees and remove rocks from the landscape by using the destructive tool. Remove resources. Ooh, this is a very large area they want me to clear. Townsfolk will head to the area and start removing rocks and trees. While they are busy, you can place a stockpile where the citizens will store logs, iron, firewood. Stockpile. Move the harvested rocks and trees to the stockpile. Once the materials are in the stockpile, the people will move logs and stone onto the construction locations. I'm still... While the townsperson can cut down a tree and move materials from one place to another, some jobs require specialization. Workers, in this case, construction, you'll need to assign builders. Builder. Assign 2 builders. Builders can now begin construction on the house. Just one house isn't enough, though. You'll need more. Houses give other families places to live. Oh wow, this is kind of an interesting layout they want me to have here. I can fast forward. Very nice. So they clear the trees, move the resources to the stockpile, move the stockpiled resources to the building. That means, I think that means it's full. This particular building has all the resources it needs, and the builders come and build it. Ah, nice little shack. Where's the door? Is that? I think that's the door. Anyway. Interesting. Reserves of logs are low. It's okay, we're felling entire forests here. Build away! Once all the houses are built, the tutorial will continue. Getting close, there's 2 of 4. Oh, that's a nice little shack. These are all some nice little houses. Ooh, that means they're cold. These deer seem rather fine with us building houses here. Great, you build houses with towns grow. A lot of work for a few houses, but now you know how to build anything. To build any structure, building footprints, citizens will clear the area, then collect enough resources to build the structure. As long as there are citizens assigned to builders, they'll take care of the rest. People are going to need food, otherwise they'll starve. They can acquire food in a variety of ways. They can hunt, gather, fish, plant crops, grow orchards, raise livestock. People are close to starving to death, the hunger icon will appear above their heads. Food. Fishing. Rotate. How do I rotate the building? Oh, there it is. It's R. Sign fishermen. Sign 4 fishermen. Notice the icon above some citizens' heads. This means the workers you just assigned don't have a place to work. As soon as the fishing dock is complete, they'll start working there and the icon will disappear. Any window in the game can be moved. Close the window. And speed up time. This will be a nice little fishing village, consisting of 4 houses and a fishing area. That's so cool. A little dock. You can build roads. People move slightly faster as they move from place to place. Place roads by first selecting roads and bridges. Road. Dirt road cannot be placed in this location. What? Oh, there we go. Same builders that construct buildings will prepare the road for use. After they perform construction, town coats will move faster when traveling on the roads. As the town grows and workers produce food and other resources from many locations, it's useful to have an overview of what the town has available. Aha! In this overview, you can see the amount of stored construction materials, food, wood, clothing, tools, current population, and average health. Current weather. When food and other consumables goods are produced, they need to be stored somewhere. Until now, the people have been placing everything in a cart that they arrived in. Build a storage barn. That's a very interesting place for it. If you look at the overview 2, you need more logs. You need to cut down more. Like remove resources, trees. Oh dear. Just gonna clear cut this whole forest here. They'll need a way to stay warm in the winter. Woodcutter. This is a very condensed town. Townsfolk are in danger of freezing to death. This icon will appear above their heads. If they are overly cold, people will return home or go in the closest warm building they can find. This icon will appear over homes that don't have any firewood available for heating. So yeah, the woodcutter will chop up some logs for us into firewood, which then we can load into these houses. Look, fish! One man is just standing on the dock fishing, and he gets a whole crate of fish. This is a very nice place to fish, apparently. This little stream just... oh, it runs in. It's a really weird corner for the water to run around. Oh, nice clearing. The storehouse is ready to be built. Start the construction. Ooh, it's a nice looking barn. Like it has lots of places to store goods and services. And we're starting to build the woodcutter too. Times normal speed. The barn is up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh hey, we're good. Back to 1. You can always assign workers by using the professions tool, but you can also change the number of workers when examining the details of a structure. Aha! Woodcutter. Worker will now start producing firewood. He or she will move logs from the stockpile building, cut them into firewood. Rest of the townsfolk use firewood to heat their homes. Now that we have storage run built, you can... the cart that the people arrived in no longer needed. Move structures. The cart. Move structure. Click in one corner. Okay, there we go. Workers will remove the inventory from the cart and then move it to the storage barn. Whee! Nice, getting some wood chopped up here. And look, people aren't cold anymore. Wonderful. With some maintenance and a little luck, a small town like this will survive for many years. The children will grow up, become workers, and have children of their own. New houses can be built, and the town can continue to expand. And if at any point you need help during the game, click that. Wow, look at that. You can read some of the help reference or press next to play the next tutorial. It focuses on resource production and survival. I suppose. Worth checking out. Thanks for watching while you're here. Aha! Well look, our little town has expanded quite nicely from last time. 2 fishing ports. Town grows, additional specialized buildings can help make survival easier. In this tutorial, you'll build a work area for blacksmiths, tailors, herbalists, and foresters. Blacksmith. Every good town needs a blacksmith. Next place, a tailor. A tailor is used for clothes, I assume. And an herbalist. Wow, that's out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? A forester's lodge. Alright, everybody build. Professions. Blacksmith. Assign one tailor. Making clothes. Assign one herbalist. Makes medicine. And 3 foresters. The thing about foresters, instead of using just clear cutting, is that foresters will also replant trees. So it's a renewable source of trees instead of just, you know, clearing the forest like crazy time. Crazy time. Clearing forest like crazy time. The blacksmith is up. All the workers need tools to effectively do their job. If a citizen doesn't have a tool, the following icon will appear above their head. Tools eventually wear out and need to be replaced, but the blacksmith can make new tools. Blacksmiths will use logs and iron to make new tools. Here you can see an inventory of what blacksmith has in the storage for making tools. Run out of materials, blacksmiths won't be able to work. You can also control how many tools to make, put a limit. If the building isn't producing goods because the limit has been hit, this icon will appear over the building. You can enable or disable work at this location by toggling the work button. You can also change the product that the blacksmith is making. Logs, iron, coal. The blacksmith can produce steel tools that last longer than iron tools, like the tailor. During winter months, townsfolk stay warm by occasionally returning to their heated homes. With a tailor, you can help the workers ward off the cold and stay outside longer by crafting better clothing. Ah, very nice. Run out of needed materials, tailor won't be able to work. When this occurs, the following icon will appear above the building. Since the herbalist isn't yet complete, you just have to wait for it to fast forward. Bam! Herbalists will collect herbs from the surrounding forest and will help keep the townfolk healthy. The yellow circle around the building shows the area the herbalist will search for herbs. Citizens need a variety of food to stay healthy, such as meat, vegetables, fruits, and grains. If the townfolk are not healthy, they are more prone to diseases. Herbs collected by the herbalist can be used to help keep the townsfolk healthy if their diet is poor. Herbs usually only grow near old trees. This is something to keep in mind when you're placing the herbalist building. Rather than constantly clearing areas of trees to produce firewood, the workers at the Forester Lodge will manage the forest for you. Workers will plant new trees and cut down old trees in an area around the building. Yellow circle on the ground around the Forester's Lodge shows the area the foresters will work. You can enable and disable the cutting of trees. When cutting is disabled, no trees will be cut down. You can also enable or disable the planting of trees. When planting is disabled, no new saplings will be planted around the building. Foresters will also remove rock and ore that is in their work area to make room for more trees to be planted. By using these buildings, you can help make sure the citizens have warm clothes for the winter, good health, and replenishing forest. That was pretty simple. Next tutorial. Alright, there are ways to produce food for the citizens of your town. Just one second. Just tweaking some stuff. Okay. Good. Hunting, fishing, and gathering can be used to harvest food from the environment, or you can clear the land and plant orchards, grow crops, and raise livestock. Pasture. Wow, look at all the sheep just hanging out. Pasture. Hunting cabin. Wow, this is actually a rather large hunting cabin. Gatherer's hut. Just opposite the hunting cabin. For the hunters and gatherers. And a crop field. Here. Farmers can also work an orchard that produces fruits and nuts. Much like my family. To place one, select an orchard from the menu by pressing this. And over here. This crop field is currently disabled, as indicated by the following icon. Select it. To enable growth of crops, first, seed to plant. You can acquire more seed types by trading with merchants at the trading post. Select one of the crop types, use the seed button, and then select the seed from the drop-down. This will make some wheat. I also need to assign farmers. 3 farmers. In the spring, workers will plant seeds in the field, and in the autumn they'll harvest the crops. You can direct them to harvest early by selecting Harvest. After planting, a yield meter will show how mature the growing plants are, and can be used as a gauge to determine how much food will be produced. You can disable or enable work at the crop field by toggling the work button. Orchard. I want to grow apples. Assign more farmers. Total number of farmers to 6. Farmers will plant trees and that will grow over time. It may take several years for the trees to produce fruit. Normally farmers will harvest fruit in the autumn, but you can direct them to harvest fruit early by pressing the harvest button. You can cut down all the trees in the orchard for wood, or when you want to produce a different type of fruit. Disable or enable work in the orchard for toggling the work button. And the yield. Select the pasture. Sheep. Assign herdsmen to the pasture. 2 herdsmen. If you want to move all the animals from this pasture into another pasture, you can hit the empty button. To do this, you'll have to create another pasture that can hold the animals. If you want to split the herd in order to increase the number of animals, you can press the split button. To do this, you'll have to have space in other pastures that can hold the animals. You can disable or enable work in the pasture by toggling the work button. If it isn't being worked, the animals will continue to grow, but they won't reproduce as quickly. If there are too many animals in the pasture, the herdsman will slaughter them for meat. Control how many animals are kept in the pasture by changing the value of this slider. This allows you to quickly gain meat for food if supplies run low. This is very interesting. Allows for a very diverse survival technique. Oh, they have a bridge. Oh, look at the bridge. Look at the bridge. Isn't that nice? Oh, hunting cabin. Hunters will search the area around the hunting cabin for wild game, approximately this area. In addition to providing meat, hunting deer can provide leather, which can be used tailors to make clothes. Disable or enable working in the hunting cabin by toggling the work button. At any food-producing location, you control the maximum amount of food to produce. Once the amount of food in storage reaches the limit, the workers will cease working. And the gatherer's hut. Gatherers search your areas, build and search food that grows in the forest. As long as there are forests nearby, gatherers can be a good choice as the first type of food production to use in a town, as it provides a variety of foods quickly. Fishing hut. Each building produces goods. Track how many resources are produced each year. Current season displays shows how many resources are produced so far in the current year. Previous season, 565. Excellent. As the population grows, you'll need to expand food production to keep the citizens from starving. Producing a variety of food types will be and healthy. Press next to play the next tutorial. It focuses on trade with merchants. Trade with merchants. A trading post can be used to acquire new crop seeds, fruit seeds, livestock, food, and many other items. Once a trading post has been built, different types of merchants will periodically arrive with goods to sell. Trading post has been built for you. Trading post needs to be built on a river or a lake that connects to the large river running through the town. If it isn't, merchants won't be able to get their boats to the trading post. Or you can make a trade with a merchant. You need to stock the trading post with goods you wish to sell. Any resource that has been produced by the town can be traded. Since this town has more tools and coats than it currently needs, you can stock the trading post with these. Hide coats to 100. And iron tools to 120. Trading post needs workers. 1, 2, 3, 4. While the workers are moving inventory to fill the trading post, I can speed up the game. How nice of it. And look at the nice guy sitting on the trading boat. It looks like it's sunk. Like you can see the water. It's kind of bad, I suppose. Did they put them in here? Oh no, that's for animals. Because you can trade animals, can't you? I would assume. Trade. Chickens! This particular merchant is selling chickens. Once you buy livestock, you can move it into the pasture where the animals will reproduce and provide the town with food. Increase the number of chickens by to 6. Increase the iron tools to trade until the total is enough to match the total for the chickens. You can now see chickens you bought in a fenced-up area. If you have a pasture set up for chickens, they'll move to it. Since you made the trade, the workers will start refilling the trade post inventory. The purchase mode determines when traders will make a trade for you. Interesting. You can set a maximum number of items purchased in several categories. Traders will buy items in this amount as long as the trading posts have enough inventory to cover the cost. You can set more than one item to be automatically purchased. You can change the priority of which items to buy first by moving the categories up or down. The order mode determines if an order is being placed or if a recurring order. Items the merchant can bring will be displayed. Place an order, and the merchants will bring them during their next visit. Very nice. Limited space in their boats, so if you order too many items at once, they may not bring them at all. Items brought from a custom order will cost more than normal. Trade can be a great way to acquire items the town isn't lacking or yet producing. This concludes the trade tutorial. Well, that's the tutorials. Who's ready to go and actually try a new game? I think at this point I'm going to split the video, so I will